Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Ignite. You will probably never have an experience like we're about to give you. This is a podcast like no other podcast. How many times do you have an amazing faith-sharing experience and then be able to months later have both sides of that experience expressed? I mean, is this right? You don't see it. My best friend Dan, I just got your name. I said, okay, how do I introduce you? I don't know your last name. I have it on my phone, Dan Cracker Barrel. But I know your last name's not Cracker Barrel, so it's Bathy.
Bathy.
Okay, Dan Bathy. All right. You understand the humor to that in a moment, but you know the. Faith Sharing 101 is, and we're probably going to go a little longer with this podcast, just a little warning, because there's so much we want to tell you. But Faith Sharing 101 is when we are being served by somebody, particularly at a restaurant. And Karen and I do that, not all the time, but we certainly do it 75% of the time, maybe more than that. You get engaged with the server and you develop a relationship. You can do that quite quickly. And when they've taken that last piece of the order, okay, you want your French fries crispy or whatever it is, they say, oh, and one more question. We always ask every server, is there anything we can pray for you about? And we get the most interesting responses back. We find more than half the time people have real needs, and we're going to be praying anyway. So if you have a real need, we'll be happy to pray for you. And let me go back on this one, because it even goes back before that. God directs your steps, okay? Mm-hmm. And he directs the steps of everybody. He directs all of our steps, not just us. So Karen and I go to Springfield, Missouri in January, all right? We're going for George Wood's funeral. Dr. George Wood is the former general superintendent of the Assemblies of God, a very close personal friend. We arrived at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The viewing was at 5 o'clock, and the funeral was the next day. So we arrived at 1 o'clock, get this situation. So before going to the hotel, we thought, well, we're hungry, we might go somewhere to eat. So first thing was, we've been to Springfield a lot. That's Mecca for the Assemblies of God, so we know a lot of restaurants. We could have gone anywhere, but we chose the Cracker Barrel. So number one, God forced us, you might say, he directed our steps to Cracker Barrel. We go inside, and most of you have been to Cracker Barrel. You go up, and the hostess there says, "Where would you like to sit?" Well, we always say, "I'd like to go by the window, please." I don't know why. We just like the window seat. I mean, there's like no view. Lots. You're looking at a parking lot or a freeway, but no, she says, okay. But Karen says, wait a minute. It's 7 degrees outside. I don't want to be cold. And the hostess says, it's okay. I have a window table with a heater right beside it. So God gets us to the specific table. Got that? Follow this now. So then the server comes up. Her name is Brandy. And we banter with Brandy, and she brings us water, goes out, we're getting our order together. She comes back, takes her order, and we ask her the question, by the way, Brandy, is there anything we can pray for you about? And she tears up, and she's, oh my, yes. And she begins to tell this story about how her husband is a trucker, and her best friend is a trucker. And Dan will tell this part of the story in a moment, but the way she explained to me was he was a couple of states out, and he received this horrible call, a nightmare for any dad, that his only daughter, 23-year-old daughter, was found unconscious in the back of a truck and was in terrible straits. And it gets gorier than that. No need to go into all the details of it, but it was not good. And by the time he gets back to her, he's only with her for about 20 minutes, and she dies. Now, I can tell you, folks, this is where telling your life story or having points to your gospel presentation doesn't work. In real life, they sound good, but in real life situations, you just let the Holy Spirit speak to you, speak through you. I mean, there's no way we could have been prepared for that comment. I mean, the situation she presented us. And I always say, okay, God, just help me. And his Holy Spirit always. He'll give me the words. In this case, I never give out my phone number, but I felt prompted to do that. So I said, okay, here's my name and my phone number, and give it to your friend Dan. It happens that we lost our daughter several years ago, and there may be something we can say to him to be of encouragement. She said, well, thank you very much. We prayed with her, prayed for Dan. The next morning, Dan calls, okay? This is my version. Now we can hear your version too. But my version is, he goes, Mr. McGuire, this is Dan, and you spoke with my best friend at the Cracker Barrel yesterday. And let me first tell you, I'm a Christian, okay? It's the first thing you told me was that you're a Christian. So I thought, okay, this is good. Now we can talk. I don't have to worry about that part.
Right.
You're a Christian in distress. And so then he goes on to say, you know, I'm a car guy. And I watched your TV shows for years. Feel like I know you. I mean, we go way back. And then I follow you on social media, and I know that you're involved in ministry, and I even know you lost your daughter. And then he says to me, can you possibly understand what it meant to me a few minutes ago when my best friend says, you want me to call you? I broke out laughing. I broke out laughing. And I said, Dan, I don't need to say a word. God, you already know that God is speaking to you. He's right there with you, and he's going to walk you through that. And you said, it's true. I hadn't really thought about that. That's true. God's right here. That was the beginning of our bonding, right?
Just the beginning.
And just the beginning. And then we went on and had this wonderful conversation, many conversations. But let me back up a minute now and let you enter in from your viewpoint of up to that point. Can we do that?
We can do that. Well, this is Barry McGuire. We got about it. Anyway, I was in Texas when I got the phone call.
And you live in?
I live in Humansville, Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah. There's only one Humansville city named Humansville
in the entire
States.
United States. Kind of like having a last name Bathy. It's just not out there.
It's not out there. That's right. Mr. Bathy from Humansville. Okay, go ahead.
I'm in rush hour traffic in Dallas, and if anybody knows rush hour traffic in Dallas, Texas, it's fun.
And you're hauling a load.
I got a load on. And I was working for a different company than I am now, and I got this phone call, and it was my ex-wife. And she started beating around the bush about Danielle. And I'm like, listen, just tell me. She told me. It was a governed truck, but it went pretty quick. And long story short, I made it to the hospital. I was in no condition, but I made it to the hospital. Mark and Brandy have always been there for my wife and I. When I say best friends, I mean best friends. And so they knew immediately what was going on. And, you know, we made it up to the Kansas City hospital up there. And all transpired. And I've never felt pain like that before, and I felt a lot of pain in my life. But then the story of you meeting me was behind the scenes. Because, you know, we talked about our wives and how they are our rock. They're everything to us. My wife is everything to me.
Oh, she is. She's so precious.
And so there was a lot going on the scenes behind. And I didn't know about because Brandy would not confront me because it had only been 2 days since Danielle's passing, and she passed in my arms. So I was...
You were holding her.
Yes.
When she passed.
Yes. I watched the life pass from her mouth as it happened.
Your daughter.
And so people who know me know that I'm a really funny, laid-back individual. People who really know me know not to make me mad. Brandy did not want to make me mad. So she went to Lori. And she explained the meaning of you to Lori. Well, Lori knew who you were. Lori's a car guy.
Yeah.
I mean, she married me. Still trying to figure that one out. But long story short, she has a picture of you on her phone. We're sitting on the couch, and she turns the phone to me and says, "Do you know who this is?" So I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know who it is. Duh. It's Barry Maguire. Who don't know Barry Maguire?" "Well, he wants to talk to you." "Why does Barry Maguire want to talk to me?"
Wow.
"Who am I? I am nobody."
Wow.
"Why? What?"
Wow.
"He lost his daughter." "I know." "Oh." So then the backstory,
Yeah. Okay.
because I'm calling Brandy.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
I'm going to find out what's going on.
All right. This I don't know.
No, you have no idea, and please plant yourself, because the Holy Spirit's just going to knock you for a loop.
Wow. This is how God works.
So I called Brandy, and Brandy was hesitant, and as you know, she wasn't about to give my phone number out. That's the rapport we have.
Yes. Yes.
And I respect that immensely. And she chewed on it. Do I tell him? Do I not tell him?
Really.
And one of the Bible verses that you always go back to is
Romans 8:28.
Romans 8:28.
Every conversation.
Okay. So Brandy goes to pick her daughter Destiny up from school. And she's struggling whether or not to tell me what to do. And that is what her daughter has on her arm when she picks her up from school. Romans 8:28.
What? You probably can't see that, but here's her arms. She's done with a felt tip pin.
Yeah.
She just had put it on.
She just put it on there.
Okay.
Brandy started bawling and praying immediately.
See that's at the heart of what we're talking about right now. We're talking about two dads that have lost their daughters. Most marriages don't survive, and they certainly don't have joy. But we know Romans 8:28.
Woohoo! That's the thing. And
Look, she
Cold
confirmed
bumps.
that. She didn't know how. Why did she put that on her arm? Or what was the prompting of that?
we will probably never
Oh
know.
my goodness sakes!
We will probably
Holy
never
gosh.
know. And
God's
Brandy
amazing.
is looking
amazing.
for one of those
Yeah.
statues
Oh my lads!
at the Cracker Barrel. You know how they have the statues
Yeah.
at the Cracker Barrel to try and present to me, to tell me, hey, I hope it works out with Barry. And she found she didn't find one that fit the situation. So she got a plaque, a wooden plaque.
Okay.
When the people threw my daughter into an abandoned van, nobody knew who she was because there was no identification at all. They took her phone, they took everything. They identified my daughter via a feather tattoo on her side that was unique. That's how they identified my daughter. Brandy didn't know that. Brandy didn't know that Psalms was Danielle's go-to Bible verse. Brandy brought me a plaque with a feather and the Psalms.
A specific chapter.
If you cannot see God's footsteps in this, you are, I don't know. It just, and then to call you, and I'm thinking to myself.
Go back for a sec. How did Brandy become our waitress?
Oh, Brandy became your waitress because it was slow. Oh, wait a minute. Brandy only works at Cracker Barrel one day a week.
Wow.
Thursday. One day.
We just happen to go in on the one day.
One day.
Look at how God works these things. I mean, we have lots of stories through our
and
lives.
And then for her to be your
amazing.
waitress,
yeah,
they were slow. They sent everybody else, the majority of them, home. So Brandy had to
wait
be
on us.
Your waitress. You were stuck with Brandy, or Brandy was stuck with you, no matter what.
God wasn't going to take any chances.
So Brandy only works one day a week.
Wow. Wow.
You do not live in Springfield, Missouri. You do not frequent Cracker Barrel in Springfield. Yeah. So the writing's on the wall.
It'd probably been 2 years since we'd been to that Cracker Barrel.
I can't say that. But I mean, it's. I'm only hesitant when I don't see the steps.
Yeah.
But when the steps are presented to you, you can't ignore them.
You really can't.
And I've learned that as I've slid down the wall of life. God puts stuff in my life.
Yeah.
He puts people in my life.
It's so incredible.
I would have never thought in a million years that I'd be sitting next to Barry McGuire looking at myself on the telly over there and not knowing,
God.
Only God can do that.
Yeah, he has a sense of humor.
I am completely powerless.
This is a podcast, and they're supposed to be short. The longer it goes, the less people watch this.
I'm done.
So, well, no, you're not done. It's just the beginning. Well, we talked, and you were not in a good situation in that first phone call at all. No.
No, I could barely breathe without crying.
Yeah. You were just I did most of the talking.
And the one thing that you said was,
I could feel your pain over the phone.
The one thing you said, the first phone call, was never lose your joy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, what does this guy know? Never lose your joy. I just lost my one and only child. Yeah. Okay, you were right. Never lose your joy. And
well,
I didn't.
I had it on speakerphone because I want Karen a part of this so we can pray together for you, and I wanted to hear every word. When we got through, she said, you left out something. I said, what's that? She said, anybody going through what he's gone through so wronged has to have some anger brewing. Very wise. And she says, and you know our situation, we've learned you can't have anger. You can't have joy and anger. I would like to sometimes, but we can like to languish in that anger. Boy, it feels so good, but we can't. And a lot of people did bad things there, and very easy to have anger towards them. So I called you a few days later, and you answered kind of monotony, and I said, hey, Dad, this is Barry, and you broke out laughing. Do you remember what you said to me? You said within the last minute, I'm sitting here with Lori, and within the last minute, we've been talking about how you said, never lose your joy.
Yeah.
Folks, never lose your joy. Never let anything lose your joy. God's in everything. As horrible as it is, hear us. Two dads that have lost their daughters. I mean, we've been there, okay? We're not speaking academically now. We're speaking real life. And whatever this world throws at you, God is in it. We can't begin to know all the whys and wherefores, but we know God is God, and we know He's in control. And if we let anything, if that was a really bad thing, horrible, the horrors of all that would be multiplied if that horror became a part of your life for the rest of your life.
I wasn't going to allow it.
No, you weren't going to allow it.
But God was not going to allow it.
No, He wasn't going to let you go.
I'm powerless. But He's got the.
But look at what's happened now. Now it's your testimony.
It is.
Look at the people that, and we both have this opportunity now to share how when you go through the storm, I heard this country song the other day. It's actually it's a country gospel song. Oh, I like country. Oh, I got some country, believe it or not.
Okay.
I'm a beach bum, but I do have some country.
Okay.
But this gospel country song, it said, God is good when it's good, and he's better when it's bad.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Isn't that true? Isn't that true? So, Dad, you call
And
me.
we live it. That's the whole thing. It's you can't. What do people say? You just can't make it up.
You can't make it up.
You just can't make it up.
So
God's working.
We both do the same thing. Okay. We both have our phones, and we both have our daughter on our phones. Our daughter's on her phones, you know. And I got Nicole smiling there, and Danny smiling there, saying, "As happy as you were then, you're a whole lot happier now." Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine how happy you are now. And if you're happy, why should I be unhappy?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I talk with people and they've lost their son or daughter years ago, and it's like it happened yesterday. And they're still tearing up, and you and I both tear up a lot. I mean, I miss Nicole. Oh, do I miss Nicole? But I miss her, but I'm happy for her because she's there.
Yeah.
And we're going to spend eternity
I'm
together.
jealous for her.
And, you know, we end up having 1,000 people at Nicole's celebration of life. And it was a celebration time for her life and an altar call at the end. And people got saved. And over 11,000 people have watched her celebration of life service. You can go to YouTube and go, Nicole McGuire's celebration of life service. And people, when they watch it, they tell other people to watch it. And now over 11,000, who watches a funeral? a funeral that happened 3 years ago, you know, and they're still watching it. But the point is that we need to know that God is there when it's not good. In fact, he's really there. He's better in the bad times. He is. And we're both testimonies.
If your eyes are open.
Yeah.
And our eyes are open.
So, I mean, the best thing happens. I check my messages, and every week or so there's one. Hey, Mary's down.
Checking in.
Boy, have I got a story to tell you, and you light my life. Every time you light my life, and I thank God for my new best friend, buddy, truck driver from Missouri, Humansville, Missouri, that we're soulmates now because we've gone through this together. We're living proof. Just folks, just understand. God's always there. He never leaves you. He forsakes you. Never forsakes you. He's there, particularly in the bad times. If you're struggling right now and you think, well, nobody knows the troubles I've seen, and that's fine for Barry, but he's off, he's having fun, and Dan, he gets to live his life large and driving. How many miles this year have you driven?
93,000 miles.
93,000 miles you've driven. You are a trucker, man. You are. But you're.
But see, that's the other part of my story.
Yeah, go ahead.
That job that I had,
Yeah.
they thought that their load was more important than my daughter.
Oh, they didn't even want to let you go back home,
No.
did they? Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that?
So
Can you
I took
believe
it
that?
back. They fired me. I said, thank you very much, and I left. The person I drive for now, we cried and prayed together. My interview lasted 3 hours because we were busy talking, praying, laughing, sharing the love of Jesus.
God. Oh, God.
He has the footsteps. You follow the footsteps.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that's just people like Derek, the guy I work for, they're God-given. Barry is God-given. You know, I don't take my gifts lightly. And, you know, that was God saying, you do want to work for these people. You want to work for these people.
Yeah. Okay, bottom line as we sign off here. You have a final thought. Look, there's people out there that are hurting badly right now, very distraught, having horrible things happen. Your daughter was so wronged, and you don't even want to think about what she went through. And she died in your arms. You watched her lips turn blue. You went through that. And yet you sit here with the joy of the Lord. And how's that possible?
A friend of mine who is with Jesus taught me when I was a young man. He used to tell me all the time when I didn't believe in myself. He said, Dan, you're a miracle. Somebody lit a candle for you. Don't blow it out. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I live my life.
Wow.
And that's all I got to say. That's how I live.
Yeah, well, you do.
I don't
and
quit.
You join me on this. Everybody we're with, we let our light shine.
Yeah, and that's what I got to tell everybody is just don't quit.
Yeah. It gives Satan a black eye. I mean, he meant this to get Danny, and he meant this to get you. He meant it. But we turn around and we use it for good. We give him a black eye. And now you and I both have a testimony of God's faithfulness like few other people have.
All right.
And that's pretty cool.
It's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
I hope you get a hint of what's going on in the lives of these two guys. We're buddies. Our lives are so different, but we went to dinner a couple nights ago.
We're the same.
And it's like
don't let him prove
you live at out 400 acres in the middle of nowhere. You drive and haul cattle all over the country, and I'm polishing cars and making them shiny. And we came and we said, we're exactly the same. You know why?
We are.
Because when we focus on God and not ourselves, we come closer and closer and closer to God. As we come closer to God, we come closer to each other, and we become one. That's what we've experienced here, and that's what He wants for all of us. When we honor Him, we love Him. We just do everything we can to bring ourselves closer to Him, and live our lives for His purpose to bring everybody we can closer to Him every day. It's so simple, but it's profound, and we're living proof of that. Thank you, Dan.
Live and breathe and prove.
It was a miracle even that you're here. We're going to be doing these podcasts anyway today, and he's just, hey, Barry, coming through Phoenix, I think, can we get together? I said, man, can we get another miracle? I hadn't even thought about that. It's a miracle you and I are here today.
There's so many we didn't talk about because there's so many. I mean.
So anyway, that's all. The key to all of it, and the motto, the mantra for everything is, if you want to have joy in the worst of times as well as the best of times, just move everybody. Take the sum total of your life, the good stuff, and particularly the bad stuff. Use it for God's glory and move everybody every day closer to Jesus. Okay. See you next time.